The idea, I want to be a YouTuber, is becoming more popular than ever before. With the growth of social media, there's no denying that self-produced videos have become a major form of entertainment and information. However, what you see on YouTube is only the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more that goes into producing videos and running the business side so that you can actually make money from the videos that you're creating and turn this into a sustainable career. I got a chance to sit down with Andy Franco. He's a digital marketer who works with a ton of creators, and he helps them build out digital marketing campaigns for the products that they're selling. So when it comes to becoming a full-time YouTuber, there is so much that goes into actually making this a sustainable business. So I sat down with Andy to have a discussion around diversifying your income, and in this conversation, we go through some different ideas that I think you guys should really think about, and also we talk about Black Friday and Cyber Monday, because when you have products or services to sell, this time of year is essential for you to really focus in on creating a digital marketing plan so that you can get the most out of this time period. Now, before we jump into the conversation, I just want to mention that this is a new format for my channel. I haven't actually done a video in this style before. So if you guys like this as you're watching this, I'd really appreciate it if you went down in the comments and let me know your thoughts around this style of content, this interview kind of format. All right, guys, so let's jump into the conversation with Andy. So tell me why it would be important that you build a business outside of YouTube.
So a few years ago, or maybe, I guess it's probably about 10 years ago, there was a lot of businesses that I was working directly with who were 100% dependent on SEO, so organic traffic, to actually drive revenue to their businesses. They were solely focused on creating content and then ranking really well for search terms that were relevant to their businesses. And then what happened is that Google rolled out algorithm changes, which they do all the time for YouTube, for everything.
All the time, and especially like right now, there's a big thing that's happening with kids channels where they're basically pulling out all the ad revenue for anyone on kids channels. And this could happen, doesn't matter what niche you're in.
Yep.
It could happen.
Yeah, and so what happened a few years back is I literally had multiple clients that were just focused on SEO, and the Google algorithm changed overnight and their rankings disappeared. And I literally watched multiple businesses go out of business because they didn't have secondary or tertiary plans on how to make up for the traffic that was coming to their business, that they were basically dependent on a third-party website to drive, right? So they had given all of their control to Google, and then once Google changed something, all it was gone. So they went out of business. So what I try and work with clients on or teach or help people understand is that you need to have diversified traffic strategies and you need to have diversified revenue strategies, right? So if one traffic strategy this month isn't doing as well, you have backups in place. If one of your revenue channels for some reason this month isn't doing as well, you have other backups in place so that we're diverse, just like a stock trader would do, right? You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You broaden out how many different places you're generating traffic and generating revenue so that you don't get hit by things that you can't control necessarily.
So what are some things that you can do outside of, say, YouTube, but that your YouTube is promoting? Personally, I do a lot of online courses. So I have an online course on how to build your YouTube channel. I have one on how to sell stock footage. I'm working on a big one on how to be a filmmaker and just create videos. But what are some other things that you can do to create products outside of your channel?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think a lot of it depends on what your areas of expertise are. What do you want to specialize in doing? Where you want to help? So there's, again, I think what a lot of people don't realize is we are only ever limited by our own creativity, right? So one of the things I recommend doing is following people who are in your space who also are selling things or doing things online. So there's affiliate sales you could do. You can create digital products, digital courses. You could provide services, so training, teaching, coaching. But one of the primary things, though, or even physical products, again, not to backtrack, but one of the primary things, though, is that you're getting people off of your social channels and onto things that you control, meaning your own website, building your email list. These are things that we need to actively be doing and cultivating. As great as it is to have a lot of followers and a lot of engagement on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, we need to get those people off of those third-party channels and onto either our websites, so domain names that we control, or onto our email list, so that, again, then I can reach out to you whenever I want. I'm not dependent on YouTube, again, for me putting up a new video. I can send out an email. So again, even diversified with the ways we can reach our audiences, right? So you create regular YouTube content, right? But are you doing an email strategy? Are you emailing your list on the regular? Are you, again, so are we reaching out to people on as many different mediums as possible, knowing that they're potentially in different places, and we just have to make sure that we get them at the right time?
Yeah. So for my channel specifically, I have an email list that I've been growing, and it's been I have a few freebies that I give away. And I've talked about building an email list. I'll put a link down below in the description to another video where I talk about how I built my email list. But that email list not only is my place where I can sell my products, but I've also found that when I do a new video, it's a great way to reach out to my audience. Like you're saying, it's a way to access your audience on a different level. So you're not relying on YouTube, you're not relying on Instagram, you're not relying on Twitter. You have your core audience. Those are your people. And when it comes to selling your products, November, December is like the Super Bowl of products selling, because you have Black Friday and then obviously Christmas and all of that. But you've been specifically working with a lot of people around this whole Black Friday holiday. So you have a new product that just came out. It's called Black Cyber Domination. So can you explain why it's so important to have your products in place, and also why this time of the year is so important? Because you were telling me earlier off camera that 30 to 40% of your revenue can come from this 1-2 week period.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think a lot of people don't fully grasp just how massive of an opportunity the month of November is. If you're selling online, November is a gold nugget. Because we have Black Friday and we have Cyber Monday. And this actually in 2018, so Cyber Monday in 2018 was the first year ever where Cyber Monday was bigger than Black Friday, right? So basically, Black Friday to Cyber Monday, the window is the day before Thanksgiving through the Monday after Black Friday or after Thanksgiving, right? So it's basically a 5-day window. But what's happening is, because this holiday window is getting larger and larger and larger, and every year is getting more and more popular, it's starting earlier and earlier. So people are running their sales and their promotions earlier in the month because, one, they don't want to compete against everybody and their mom with an offer, but plus people's wallets are out. I furnished half of my apartment last year from Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, because the best deals of the entire year are during that period. So people are buying for themselves, they're buying for their family, they're buying for their dog, they're buying for their cat, they're buying for everybody. So it's a massive opportunity to put great offers out, knowing that people are spending money, are in that mentality, they're in that mindset of spending money. So like you mentioned a minute ago, I have clients in the last few years who've generated between 30 and 40% of their yearly revenue literally within the 2-week period during November, during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The opportunity is that big. The problem is there's kind of two issues, right? One is most people and most businesses wait until the very last minute to then put together their offer, their deal, whatever they're going to do for their promotion, and then they're scrambling, right? So then they do basically a half-hatted job of actually maximizing this massive opportunity. The second thing is that they don't do it at all, right? There's plenty of people who don't even offer anything, thinking that they can't even, like, this isn't relevant to them, right? Or it doesn't apply to them. Look, if you sell business to consumer, if you sell to other consumers online, you should be running some sort of offer or deal. There's so much opportunity, right?
So for YouTubers specifically, if you're selling merchandise, or if you have online products like a course or some other thing that you have created that's not dependent on an affiliate sale, because you have to discount your products and you have to create some sort of promotion, and that's what you talk about in your course. Yeah. But this is specifically like why you need to create your own products, because you can take advantage of these opportunities.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Like, again, when I was saying before, you're only limited by your creativity. Like, say I'm, for example, a YouTuber and I have a fairly large following, right? Like, I could create a service where I'm doing YouTube audits, right? And I could create something, even if I have nothing to sell, I could literally create an offer, a Black Friday offer, where I'm gonna do an audit for your channel and I'm gonna help put together a strategy for your channel. Again, you can do anything you want, right? Or I'm gonna create a video for you, a promo video. I don't know. It really depends, again, on what you're willing to do. You just gotta do it, right? And that's the tricky part.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to get out there and do it. And it's like anything when it comes to YouTube, you just have to do it. And you're gonna fail sometimes, but that's okay. And the good thing is we have Andy, who's created a step-by-step guide on how to do this.
Yeah, so the course, I'll just give you a quick rundown of the course. The course is called Black Cyber Domination, and I created it. I've been thinking about creating this the last few years. I run a digital Facebook and Instagram agency, and every year around this time, I get bombarded. It is so busy. One, because there's so much client work who come in and who want to run deals and promos. Then on the back end, it's so many people who wait to the last minute. And then me as the agency owner is scrambling, trying to put together campaigns or strategies for all these different businesses. And it's a huge amount of work, right? Most vendors or most people are just trying to get ready for the holiday as opposed to figuring out how to maximize the holiday. So what I did is I basically created a digital course on how to create your strategy, how to create an offer, how to create a calendar, how to set budgets. Then I created how to do lead gen, a whole system on how to do lead gen, how to actually pull people into your funnel, into your sales funnel, to start marketing to them before it gets really expensive. Because as we get closer and closer to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, more and more advertisers are out there and it gets really expensive. So I also created a library of both video ads and image ads that are all Black Friday, Cyber Monday related, as well as created pre-built customizable email templates for different verticals, for e-commerce, for health and fitness, for coaches, that are literally plug and play. So you can add things and you have all of your email sequences done, you have all your ads done, and put it together in one program to literally help people minimize the heavy lifting or the excuses not to do it, because that's the biggest issue.
Like I said earlier, the key to finding success on this platform is by building out an entire business around everything you're doing. You need to diversify your income so that no matter what happens, you can make this sustainable over time. Now, if you have products or services ready to go, I highly suggest checking out Andy's course. It's down in the description. There's a discount code for you guys. Also, Andy's put together a free checklist for you so you can go through the things you need to think about when it comes to Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. Now, if you haven't created your products yet, this is a good time to start thinking about what products or services that you can create from what you're already doing on your channel. And start making a plan so that this time next year, you'll have those products and services ready to go so that you can really take advantage of this Black Friday and Cyber Monday time period. All right, guys, if you have any questions at all, please put them down in the comments down below. And like I said, I'd love to know if you guys like this format, if you want to see more videos in this interview style. And guys, that's it. I'll see you on the next one.